Hey everybody, Mike Fisk here with another word of encouragement for you from God's Word. Today's verse comes from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 5, which says, I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. Before you were born, I set you apart and appointed you as my prophet to the nations. Have you ever had an idea for a project? It could be a building project, or maybe you're a craft project or something, and you took the idea in your mind, you went, you bought the materials, and you put it together. You spent a bunch of time making sure that it was done just right. And when it got done, it just didn't work right. In fact, maybe if you're like me, your plan went so badly that when you got done, it really wasn't even useful. I think that happens to all of us. But then there's those other people, and I admire you if you're one of them, that can put an idea, have an idea in their mind. They can go get the materials, put it together, and not only comes out right, maybe it even comes out better than usual. And it doesn't happen with me. If it happens with you, kudos to you. A huge shout out to you. But in our verse today, that's exactly what happens in Jeremiah's world. God calls him, God comes to him and says, Jeremiah, I had you planned from the day that you were born, from before you were born. While you were in your mother's womb, I had a plan for your life and a purpose for your life. And it's time for that purpose to be fulfilled. What an amazing promise, And the psalmist says that to us. He says, God says to us that every day of our lives are planned. Every day of our lives are ordained. I don't know what you're going through today, but maybe you're going through a time when you just feel like a failure. Maybe your past is just so full of mistakes that you just feel like you have no purpose. Let me tell you this, that's not true. God has a purpose for you, and he can use your mistakes in your past to be stepping stones to a bright future. So don't give up on yourself. You are God's masterpiece. When he looks at you, he says, there's a project that I had planned years ago, and look, it came out just the way I thought it would. Like somebody once said, God don't make no junk. You are exactly what God hopes you to be. Just allow him to work through you, to build in from the mistakes, build from wherever you're at now to where he wants you to be. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Have a great day. You are awesome in God's eyes.